If you're a senior golfer who's conscious of the fact you're losing distance and you want to gain that back again, you've been trawling the internet looking for solutions, but everything you find is aimed at people half your age. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to tap into an unknown source of power that is available to you if you just know how to find it. That's coming up in this video right now. Let's think about this. Let's work out what it can do. Start with this. Watch that swinging. Look at the power that is in there when it's just held between my thumb and forefinger. I put my hand in the way of that. Ow, that hurts. There is a lot of power in there when that's just swinging from here. But it doesn't just swing from there, as you know. It's attached to your arms. So let's just stick it on the end of one of my arms and swing it and do the same thing. Let's get it swinging. There we go, swinging nice and easily. Now I can see the power in that. You can actually hear a little bit of a swoosh now, and that's just swinging from my shoulder joint like that. I'm hardly moving my tool myself. So if I now add a bit of movement into it, as we do in Easier Swing with La Dance de Golf, I get myself moving like this, and I add that to this movement. Look at the power that the club creates. Can you hear it? Can you hear that swoosh? That's not force, that's not effort, that's swinging the club head. So let's have a look and see what happens if we can transpose that into hitting a golf ball. So let's see if we can put that into action. I'm going to start just by swinging the club. I'm not going to hit the ball just yet, but just get the club swinging in the same way you just saw. So swinging it back, swinging it through very gently there, just one-handed, adding a bit of arm swing into that, and now some body movement and weight transfer. And listen to the sound. Do you hear that swish? That's happening with very little effort. It's just allowing the club to swing. Let's have a look and see what happens if I just do that one-handed. And there we can get nearly 100 yards with absolute minimal effort. So if we just take a look at another stat there, club head speed of 61.6 miles an hour. Now I'm just going to show you, I've got a training device here that actually I can set to exactly the same speed as that. So if you haven't got a TrackMan system, which I suspect most of you haven't, this is a great alternative because it will give you the same feedback. And I'm just going to do the same thing one-handed as you saw there before. And you can hear it clicks right down at the bottom where I get that maximum speed. Now I'm going to show you by contrast, that's at a very sort of easy setting, especially swinging there one-handed, how it looks when the senior golfer who's struggling for power is trying to force that power back in, what actually happens. Well, for a kickoff, we get a lot of tightness here, we get a shortened backswing because there's so much tightness in the backswing, and then a lot of force. Now, if you noticed, it didn't click. And if I try and throw myself at it, I can get it to click. But that's a lot of force and a lot of effort. And there's no way I'm going to be able to get it much above that 61 miles an hour. I set it up about, say, 70-ish, something like 70, 75 there. Do that same thing. Now I can't get 75 miles an hour of club head speed. But just watch. If I relax again and I think about that head and I swing that head really easy and get myself moving in time with it, how easy that is. Okay, so you can hear that click at the bottom of the swing, 75 miles an hour, very, very easy. Remember that if you're getting tight and you're trying to force power into the swing, it's not going to come. You've got to get that club head swinging. It's got to be relaxed and it's got to be free to get that click. So let's now put two hands on the 7-iron. And let's just imagine swinging just like I did with the one-handed swing there. Same tempo, same rhythm. Same movement. And we see the distance jump up to 132 yards, carry 152 yards total. So just see how easy that is I'm going to do one more, and this time I'm going to allow myself now to accelerate through the ball. Really nice and easy. And yeah, we get 152 yards of carry. So that's what you can do with a 7-iron. Now let's have a look at the big dog. Everybody wants to worry about how far they can get their drive. I'm going to show you how to get some more distance with the driver too. So if you've just found easiest swing, just come and join the thousands of golfers around the world who are finding an easier way to play the game. It's not technical, it's not difficult, anybody can do it, and you can improve your game in the simplest possible way. You just need to check out our website, easiestswing.com. You can sign up for our newsletter. We've also got the Positive Impact Golf book there, where you can download the first few chapters and get a look at that, see what you think, and if you want to, you can get the rest of the book, and you can also have a look at our new book, The Easiest Swing in Golf. So I hope you enjoy those resources. easiestswing.com. So we get this one in our hand. What happens? Suddenly we've got to get the ball as far away as possible. That desire to hit and force comes in, the swing shortens, and I end up trying to push the club through the ball to get some more distance. And it really doesn't work. The ball carries no distance through the air, lands too soon, and it might roll a long way, but it's not going to give you any satisfaction. So let's have a look and see how it should look. Okay, so what I want to now do is to learn to release myself from that effort, to not try and put physical force into it, but to actually allow the club head to do its job. So remember the one-handed swing. Effectively, I'm going to do this, but with two hands on the golf club. It's like the one-handed swing. I'm not going to have a huge amount of movement in this, but nice and steady and easy, like so. And we can get over 200 yards with just that little tiny amount of effort. So let's see if we can put the whole thing together now. Think about it, the one-arm swing where we just swing the golf club and hear that swish. So I want that happening. What else do I want happening? I need to allow my body to move freely for that to happen as well. Look at that move there. Lovely and free, lovely and easy. If I add that to that one-handed swing and get that swish. Now let's see if I do that with both hands on the golf club, keeping all of those elements together, and see what we can get. And you see, instinctively, once that's happening, because the golf club's swinging freely, all of a sudden I can get lots more acceleration, 260 yards, all of the power comes back. But it's effortless power. So those of you with a keen eye will have noticed that my lead heel didn't really come very far off the ground there. But what I want to do now is to build this up into a really full golf swing. And I'm going to allow myself lots of free movement in this proper shot now. And let's just see what actually happens. And all of a sudden, I'm up to over 250 yards, completely effortless, completely free, and that's the key for you to really take away from today's session, is to get rid of the force in your golf swing and get free and let that club head swing. And if you do that, you'll see the yards starting to creep back up again. So the key takeaway from today's session is thinking about the loss of distance that probably a lot of golfers are suffering with, seeing those yards disappear off your game and trying to force them back in again through effort. And that's not going to do anything for you at all. What you really need to do is to concentrate on that club head and swinging it freely, easily, get yourself moving in time with the swing, and you'll find the yards come piling back on again. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, please remember to like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.